Alright, welcome to the episode number 6 with Matplotlib tutorial videos with Python. In this video, we are going to learn with files how to plot data from a text file using Matplotlib tutorial. So you did a great job so far. We learned a lot in Matplotlib. So let's get a little further loading files in CSV format. So what are the libraries that we need is, first of all, we would be needing a Matplotlib, we would be needing a NumPy array, Matplotlib and CSV. And then what we need to do is, the basic idea is we are going to create two blank lists, that is X and Y. We're going to read the data, that is the comma separated value from a text file. We are going to separate it and store it in that X and Y, and then we are going to plot that X and Y. So that is the general idea to do that. So in this video, we're going to learn how do we do that. Sorry about that. So let's get started, and without wasting much of time, we will start our coding. So let's start coding itself. So first of all, I need a try block to see if I have the libraries that is needed. So I say numpy as and p, then I'm going to say import matplotlib dot pyplot as as plt, import what do I need, CSV. If you don't have CSV, what you can do is go to files, go to project structures if you're on IntelliJ, or if you're using a Linux, you can do is pip install CSV module. So if I'm using IntelliJ, go to your Python 3.7, go to packages, and there will be a plus button right there. Oopsie. So if you go right there, there'll be a plus button right there, and just type in the name known as CSV and hit install button. I already have it, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah, so that's what we need, and I'm going to say except print. I'm going to say except print error library not found. That's pretty easy. And so we have imported our libraries using a Matplotlib tutorial. And so after you're done with the importing the library, as I said, we need to create two lists. Let's say we need a list known as X to store the X data, and a Y to store Y data. After storing X and Y, we need a basically file to work with, right? So I have a sample txt. This has the documents in the sample txt. So let's go and open the file. So with command is open sample.txt, comma, I'm gonna read that file as, of course, fname f, or maybe fname is fine. I usually am used to fname, so I'm gonna use fname, but you can use anything. So let me just print the value and see if that works. So I'm just gonna read one line. So fname dot read line instead of lines. So this should work, and let's see. This might take a time. So here you see 2,3. Lovely, we got the data from a CSV file. Now we need to process our data. So in order to do that, I'm gonna say data. So we looked in the presentation, I just showed you. So the way you do that is data equals to CSV reader, the name of the file, and the delimiter. So let's do that. So data equals to CSV dot reader. Excuse me, I'm just getting a phone call. Let me just pause the video right there. Alright, sorry for that. So we were on our CSV module. So basically we are going to read that file as fname, and the delimiter would be so we are gonna set the delimiter to a comma. So I just showed you in my presentation. So delimiter equals to comma. All right, now what I can do is I can simply print the data and see what's going on with my data. So simply gonna run the same file after using the CSV module. So now that data is converted into a CSV object. So it gave me at this underscore CSV dot reader. So it's converted into a CSV object. Now what we need to do is basically we need to separate the data. So how are we gonna do that? So let me go through the presentation. So we are gonna use a for loop. So let me do that now. So let me remove this print statement right there. So I'm gonna say for X in data print. Oops, I'm pretty fast. Print X. So I'm just gonna iterate to that data, and now if you observe, it has returned me a list of elements. Now if I want to grab the first element, I'm gonna say 0 index 0, so give me all the first element in the list. Lovely, easy. So the way I am gonna do that is I'm gonna do that by saying, instead of x, I'm gonna say s. So I'm gonna say x dot append. That's I have created a list right before the opening the file, so just gonna append the values in that list. So index 0 means the first element of that list. Then y dot append, I'm gonna say y, and the index would be 1, and I can simply print the values of x and y after the loop ends. So basically I should get here a, so print, I'm gonna say y. All right, let's run this and hopefully this will work. All right, I have got an error. Basically what I did wrong is says y dot append y colon 1. So basically it gives me an index error. Oh yeah, it has to be s, of course. How can I write y? All right, so this should work hopefully. And yeah, we have the values in x and y. So we read the file. So we had the data in the file. We read the file using the CSV reader module. We separated the data from comma, and I appended the new data into a list. Now what I can do is I can use my Matplotlib tutorial to again plot the data. So you know that what are the commands. So I can say plt dot plot. So let me do that. plt dot plot. I'm gonna say plot x comma y. Then I'm gonna say plt dot x-axis, just to refresh your memory. X label x-axis. Similarly for y-axis it will be, guys, plt dot y label. All right, so we are done with that, and this should pop up a graph. So guys, this was a pretty simple approach to read the data from a CSV or a text file and plot it using Matplotlib. So let's go to the presentation further. So we learned how to do that. Now here is a challenge. Go ahead and try to do that. So introducing the concept of live graph. So after this we are going to learn about the live graph. So I'll tell you the concept for that. So go ahead and try to basically create a graph. Try to read the data from a CSV file or a text file and try to plot the data. So this will really help you to improve on your coding skills a lot. Do not copy the code. So let's stop the video here. In episode number 7 we are going to learn about the live graph, and as usual, if you have any doubts or any concerns, please list your concerns and doubts in the comment section below, and I shall see you next time in the next video.